is the best I can do for placement at the moment of the camera, so just have to bear with me, I'm afraid. But it is a beautiful day. It's snowing a little bit. You can probably see in the background, so that's nice, right out the window. Let's do a reading on Anastasia Vashukevich from Belarus. This poor woman, first of all, you know, it probably has not had the most stable, wonderful upbringing, considering she was a model slash prostitute in Russia and ended up on a boat with a leisure boat with Oleg Deripaska. Oleg Deripaska, who worked with Manafort, who's linked to Putin, who's, yeah, that Oleg Deripaska, who's probably going to be the Russian oligarch linchpin to this whole mess. But anyway, so she took a bunch of recordings of Oleg Deripaska and I want to say an assistant deputy to the president of Russia, something, I can't remember who it was with, but she got all kind of recordings. And Trump's and Putin's primary opposition figure, the one who he keeps arresting for no good reason, used Anastasia's videos to show the corruption. She also says that she has recordings of an American talking about election meddling in the US. So after that, she went to Thailand and she got arrested there for prostitution, although there's a lot of talk that the Russians really pressured the people in Thailand for full prosecution, for possible extradition. She ended up in Thailand, in a Thailand prison for 9 months. She's been begging for help to anybody who will listen, and mostly saying, do not send me back to Russia, do not send me back to Russia, do not send me back to Russia. So when the Thai police finally let her go, they, instead of sending her directly to Belarus, they sent her via Moscow. And she was abducted by the FSB without a warrant and just appeared in Russian court and was just released from the Russian prison, jail, I think jail would be more accurate. She's just been released, but she's still considered a suspect, and I'm going to guess she can't leave the country. But she was just sitting in this glass box, just begging Deripaska, saying, I don't want to share anything, you know, even after everything she said, please help me and I'll give you all this information, people of the West. She ended up in this glass cell in Moscow, just begging Deripaska, saying, I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to do anything to hurt you, I'm done with all this. So basically, her story in general, and her energy in particular, she's a scared wild rabbit. She can be mean and vicious if she needs to be, because she's learned to survive. She's a survivor. She's had a terrible life, but just in the same way that even wild rabbits can end up just sitting, being terrified. That's kind of how I see her. She's just a terrified wild rabbit, and is incredibly sad. But does she really have the recordings that would help her? I mean, because she needs help. Does she have the kind of leverage that not only can, you know, we would love in the West, we would love to see, but would help her? So, Anastasia Vashukevich, scared wild rabbit. Vicious when needed, but generally speaking, just exposed and desperate and caught up in a big forest full of wolves, just full of wolves. Do you have the recordings or whatnot that really can hurt the wolves, the Deripaskas, the Trumps, and that could potentially really help you? She's learned to be angry instead of scared. But she's scared. It's the anger's hiding fear. I feel so badly for her. I mean, that doesn't mean I would trust her with a nickel. She has not been rewarded in her life for being kind or honest or generous or soft. Her energy is very tight. It's just it's all clenched. It's all clenched up. So, yeah, that really is the question. I hope you can see that. Really is the question: does she have the goods that we in the West want, that could help her, where she can get, and maybe even since we know how corrupt the Russian justice system is, that could even benefit her in the justice area. All right, let's see what else we've got here. In the past, she's had to make hard decisions. She's had to make deathly hard decisions to sell her own body and sell video and go spend time with the wolves, be abused. Question, can she fight off everything that's coming at her? Below the reading. It's a long time in prison or dead, and that's her fear. And she's hoping that some white knight is going to save her. She's going to it's going to be a kind of Sleeping Beauty Cinderella story. So that's at the base. That's her hope. Man, she has been physically abused really, really badly. I can feel that. It's just vile. It's vile what human beings do to each other. I mean, really? Above it, hope. She's strong. She's using every bit of strength she has. And as sad as it is, this happy family card, it feels like it's like, I know I'm never going to have that. I'm never going to get this happy ending. But I'm going to be strong anyway. It's sad. This is sad. Near future, Anastasia. All right, Temperance. I think the Russians haven't gone full force. They didn't just, sorry to use this word as a verb, but they didn't disappear her because they're not entirely sure what she has. So that secret that she has, does she have it, does she not, is probably the only thing keeping her alive. Then people are actually there are more people than just me who are going to feel very sorry for her, who want to do what they can to help, who really are going to try to help her. So that's good. People are going to get involved. It feels international. People getting involved trying to help her, so that's good. Home environment, oh dear. In Russia with the FSB breathing down her neck. Insult to injury. Yeah, they're gonna make her life miserable. That is absolutely miserable. I mean, she can't work. She can't. What is she gonna live on? Who's she gonna turn to? Yeah, this is psychological warfare and just making her existence miserable. Whew. Hoping for the world. Yeah. Completion. This is a life or death situation that she's in. I'm gonna end up free. I'm gonna end up in the West, or I'm gonna end up dead, or both. What other people see, yeah, she is a small bunny around the most vicious wolves in the world. Final outcome. I really hope she has the stuff. I really do. She's very good at social media. She's put up a lot of her stuff on Instagram, on her Instagram account, and this is very loudly to me. This is saying interviews. She's going to try to get interview after interview after interview. Talk, get attention, because it's the only thing that has any chance of saving her. Just like during the whole 9 months she was in a Thai prison. Everyone she could talk to, she would talk to. Anyone who wanted to talk to her, she'd talk to them. I don't like to see that because that's her. That's real worry on her part. Oh, no. That is just a lot of emotion. But whose emotion? Very interesting. The plot, she thickens. Alright. Alright, what is this emotion? What is this big emotion? Does she have the recordings, the pictures, the whatever? Or will they scare her so much that she's willing to give it up? Give it to the Russians for the promise of being left alone? Is this just the torture going on and on and on? Okay, let's hope not. Let's hope not. It's feeling like it's going to be a long story. The cards just kind of want to fall out of the deck. It's not going to be resolved quickly. Okay. That's having the goods. That's what that feels like. And she is a babe in the woods, but this is a messenger. Ooh. This is getting a message to someone. You know, like, who was it? Assange, who got in tight with one of the Guardian reporters in the UK? Feels like that sort of thing. Oh, partnership. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is hopeful. This suddenly is getting, the energy is getting a little bit lighter. Oh. This is the positive. Oh. Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Oh, okay. It does feel like the energy gets better. So, her giving a million interviews, her being stressed out of her little bunny mind, ton of emotion, and her being able, it looks like her being in possession of some more stuff. So I think she does, and she's gonna finally find her guardian angel. Partnership, which will get her help. This is partnership and helpful. This feels positive. Oh, I hope this is right. I hope this is what happens. I really want good things to happen here. And that she can go away from her past. This feels like political fighting and her just looking on after everything she's been through. But she's alive. And she's able to look at it from a little bit of a distance. So that's good. Looking at going overseas, somewhere safer. And someone helping her do that. Okay, all right. So that's what it feels like. It feels like she's trapped now. But she has better things in her future. A start of something new. This doesn't feel like her physical death. This feels like leaving the woods full of wolves behind. Yeah, she starts something new, and goes on. Okay, so this is positive. This is positive, and this feels like she's got the goods, and that it's going to come out. It's going to come out enough that she's going to get help. Is it going to help the rest of us? Is it going to help us in the West? All right, this card just popped out, the government card. Okay, that's good. Oh, Democrats. This is the Democrats. One more nail in Trump's political coffin. So yeah, look, I'm getting positive cards here, so I'm just gonna say, okay, great, let's go with the positive. The corruption, the oligarchy around the world, including the U.S., and sunlight being the best disinfectant. So, all right, positive. This looks positive. So, hang in there and say some prayers if you do that sort of thing. And thank you so much for watching.